Yeah, hi there. Got it kind of dark for what I hope is obvious reasons, so we can both enjoy the light through the crystals in the window. Now, I'm not quite sure what I'm here to share. I've got 2 written journals, and of course, live ones come when they want to. I've been really high lately on life, not on anything else. And feeling like an opening. Staying in heart, the way it's come through in these last journals, has been intense for me too. I'm there a lot, but it's a really special thing that happens when the journal comes through, and anybody can journal, okay? This isn't something special there isn't anything that's special that nobody else can do. It's just not like that. If your heart calls you to it, go for it. If not, no big deal. Why would we have a variety of people if we were all supposed to do the same thing, I think that would be kind of boring. What do you think? So, above all, feel free to be yourself. Every self is just as valuable as every other self. And we'll all get together one day and laugh when we realize that it was all just facets and aspects of the one self. But we are where we are. It is what it is. And now here, and self makes it look as if there are a whole bunch of us. And so, we came in to enjoy. I think more than anything, that's why we're here, just for the pure joy of it. I think it's time to get rid of not only, and I've spoken out against it again and again, the victim complex, the, oh, come rescue me thing, but also any idea that we came in to do a rescue. Let's look at that one. Oh boy, it's a live journal. Okay. Compassion is in each heart. It's the one heart. And it's compassion with a capital C, just like it's love with a capital H. It's unconditional. It's boundless. When you touch into it, you have no doubt it's divine. It's just different. It doesn't have anything of the mind about it. It's vaster, way vaster than that. And so, mind is tempted to look at that compassion, which it can see and sense in you. It can watch it in action, mostly. That's what mind does. And it wants to put reasons to things. It wants you to have a purpose for being here. It wants to make everything logical and linear. A purpose is a linear kind of a thing. And so, it makes up this story that you came in to be the rescuer, the knight on a white horse. Well, okay. That can be fun to play out. I don't know about you, but I've got plenty of bodies in other embodiments that are knights on white horses and black horses and brown ones. I mean, a lot of variety there. And fighting for both sides, the good guys, the bad guys. We've done it all, friends. See, that's kind of my point. And each one, now be in heart, of course. Get down in there to listen. Oh, let me turn off this autofocus thing. It has a hard time with the rainbows. Sorry, I just noticed that. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with any of this. I am not even implying that it's wrong to play the victim or it's wrong to play the rescuer. It's not. It just is. And it's just a choice. See, everything exists out there. Let's look at it as if it was independently as choices that we can make. And we get to pick and choose like a buffet, a free will buffet. And we've been doing it for a very long time. What I've discovered as I weed my garden of belief, and there are fewer and fewer plants growing there, fewer and fewer beliefs that I hold to, and the self-chosen ones instead of the programmed ones. What I'm finding is that I am more whole and complete. Now, that's not the case. I've always been whole and complete, but I'm getting the experience of it now. The direct, conscious experience of it. And I like that, you know. I feel more whole and complete, and I have an awareness of those other lifetimes when it's appropriate, you know, when it's relevant to my now, to self and now. It comes up, and it's very handy. And to me, that's just what I'm meaning when I say a sense of wholeness or completeness, because the I that I am is so much more than what you see here. I mean, and it's the same with everyone. This lifetime is the merest, teeniest, weeniest part of who you are. You're so much more than this, and you're so much, you could take all of your million lifetimes together, look at them together, and you're so much more than that. There's no calculating the more that you are. It's just beyond anything. It's like touching the divine, the compassion, the love that's within. When you feel it, when you get into that flow, there's just no question that it's divine. Well, that's you. Only we've been taught and trained like little circus monkeys to think ourselves these little bitty human deals, you know, in a mechanistic universe where everything's just an accident and chance. And so that's the chains we're throwing off, you know. Those are the belief systems that, oh my God, they need to be weeded if we want to experience the fullness of self. Okay. Forgot where I was going, but it doesn't matter because the journal carries me on, and if it changes, that's fine. Mind isn't involved that much, and that's fine. It's scary at first, trusting. Mind wants to be worried, oh, you'll make a fool of yourself. You won't know what you're talking about if I'm not in charge. Bullshit. And besides, you know, if I make a fool of myself and you laugh, well, that's wonderful. There's nothing wrong with that. Where there is love, everything is fine. Mind misunderstands that too, because when it hears everything is fine, it thinks, oh, then I can go rape, rob, murder, and pillage, and that's fine. It's no big deal. You know, please, just leave mind out of it, okay? Anytime you catch yourself going over the journals with mind, just stop. There's nothing here for the mind. This is for you to wake up and to find that you're so much more than the mind. Where from here? See, I have this written journal here that just came through, and it's really cool, and I do want to share it with you, but it is more important to me to be tuned in to spirit and to source, and to go with that flow. I'm feeling it so much more strongly of late. Now, I told you that I was doing, a meditation pretty much each day. I skipped a day over the holiday weekend, but I'm pretty committed to 30 minutes a day at a minimum. Well, 20 or 30. Hey, I'm real with you, okay? No pedestals needed. I'll fall right off in a heartbeat. All right, so, because, you belong on the pedestal, dear. You do. You're the divine. We got to get you back up there. All right? So anyway, another little bit of fessing up here is that a handy way I have found to get myself to be faithful about setting aside time to meditate is to use a meditation audio. I'm sure we've all heard of Robert Monroe's thing, HemiSync. And there are some good programs out there. There are definitely audio tracks that you don't even have to buy. They're free on the web that you can use for meditation. And I use some, and I want to talk about this for a minute. There are a whole lot of people on the web putting out these brainwave synchronization, binaural beats, the use of audio technology in order to train the brain into alpha or delta or theta or even gamma or epsilon. I mean, it can go wherever you want it to go. Okay, that's interesting. But to me, it's the same as with hypnosis or with neuro-linguistic programming. I don't trust easily. People are a little bit nuts. I mean, overall, we're wonderful. Totally, completely, bizarrely wonderful. The mess is due to ignorance and programming and things like that. Don't take it on yourself, all right? Don't go there. You are the divine. But I won't even allow someone else to hypnotize me. I don't want their energy going direct into my deeper self, even if they have the best intentions in the world. And so it would be a very unusual situation where I would do that. Neuro-linguistic programming. Oh, well, and with hypnosis, it's not too much of a problem because you can study it and you can make your own tracks. And you can do self-hypnosis and play it back when you're laid down and relaxed, and you can really let it in. So you don't need somebody else to do this for you. I'm not talking about going back and digging up deep, frightening memories here. I'm talking about kind of like reprogramming yourself and shifting your beliefs. There is a definite place for therapeutic hypnosis. I don't want to speak out against that. It's phenomenal. It's fantastic. Our memories get messed with at times, and I don't know a better way to get under that than some really good professional hypnosis. So that being said, NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. This is where you put subliminals in intentionally. They're subliminals that you've chosen. I don't use somebody else's tracks. If I totally trust someone and they ask me to, and they give me a whole list of all of the sentences that they've put in under there, I have done it. I have listened, and I've been impressed, but I'm just not a trusting sort. I take responsibility for my life, and I'm just really careful with what I put in. So you can, I bought a program online where you have the audio technology and so on that you can put together yourself. And they will give you lists and lists of recorded, like you are feeling wonderful, or those kind of things. But you can record your own. Get a program where you can record your own in your own voice. Sound carries frequency, it carries vibration, it carries consciousness, it carries information. And I'm just alert and aware of that. Okay, now to meditation. There are various programs out there. I like those. It's called the Profound Meditation Program, PMP, and it's by a group called iAwake. A little bitty I and then the word awake, all one word. And they've got truly the latest. I think they even have some new things that they've discovered on their own in their audios. And they have all kinds of things, but their flagship thing is the Profound Meditation Program. And so I have that. And it's really quite awesome. And it's just sound, it's the sound of rain. But all kinds of goodies are threaded and woven in, even in some cases the essences of plants, the ayahuasca type thing, holy basil. I mean, you wouldn't believe what you can do with sound. See, everything gets down to vibration, doesn't it? Whenever it gets recorded, this journal that I just wrote called Meanwhile Back in 5D has a link in it that will take you there. It's by Sacred Sarah. It's called If You Know This, You Know Everything. And it's that phenomenal if listened to from heart. Everything breaks down to vibration. That's what it all is. And to the extent that we get that, we can be more cautious, both with what we take in and what we put out. When we're in heart, as more and more of us are finding our way there, we can sense vibration. You can have two people saying the exact same thing, and one of them's telling the truth and the other one is a liar. We're not all the same. You can have two people that steal a loaf of bread from the store, and with one of them it's easy to forgive, and with the other one it's a heinous crime. It depends on where they are in their spiritual development, what kind of circumstances they're living under. It depends on why you do what you do, not what you do. Why you say what you say, not what you say. And we've been kept on the surface for so long, being told that we're only 3D, which is the surface. And so when you're in the mind, you're not reading the vibes, so to speak. You're not tuning in. I've spoken to some few of us who, ever since they were little, they just didn't fall into the matrix. They just didn't do it. And they all had a really hard time. Oh my gosh. But we can all do this. There's no such thing as something somebody else can do that you can't when it comes to energetically. Now, there are things that other bodies can do that your body can't do, sure. If you lift weights and I don't, there are things that your body can do that mind can't. I am not the body. Hello. Okay, I'm talking to you. And the you that you are is source. Now tell me, what can't source do? Do you see? Are you going deep with me? All right. This one feels a little bit disjointed, but we're shifting, friends. And so I cut myself loads of slack. I really do. Learning to love yourself is something I highly, highly recommend. When you become your best friend, you become kind to yourself. You find yourself not taking crap from mind that wants to badger you and push you around and make you feel bad. Hello. We've got to get away from our addiction to the mind. It's not an easy journey because we're so identified with it. The farther we can step back from it, which starts by simple observing, self-observation. It's not hard, you know? And doing it from heart, of course, is I find, the very best platform. But the more we can gain some distance, and then some more, and then some more distance, until the winds of spirit absolutely blow between you and mind, that makes it easier to wake up. Much easier. And the difficulties, the challenges, the pain, the trauma, all the rest of it, when you step back this way, you realize that's really the mind going through that. And that's the least permanent part of who and what you are. And it just makes it easier. I mean, it still hurts, sure it does. But it's different. You also don't take it all so seriously. You don't take yourself so seriously. Not this false self, not this 3D self. And it just makes it easier, more graceful somehow. Still hard and easy and joyful and happy and sad. It's still all of that with a twist, you know. And the twist that it doesn't have you in its grip. The twist is that you've taken your power back. And it's not, I'm not saying you can control circumstances. I'm not saying to even try. That would be mind wanting to do that, first of all. Source knows what it's doing. Life knows how to unfold. The body knows how to heal. You don't have to get in there and tell the cells what to do. Now, do you? Where's the difference? As above, so below. As below, so above. We need to just let be a whole lot more and recognize the wisdom of what's already there. It's because we quit doing that and got so much into mind that there's all of this raping and pillaging of Mother Earth herself going on. You know, in Asia, they know how to work with the land. And, you know, the native peoples around the world know this, always have known it. Western man got into his mind and thought he was so much smarter than everybody and everything else. Well, I mean, sure, in some ways, maybe. But foolish, too, really. Big time foolish. We have a lot to learn. So, let's learn it from heart. We go in there and find that's where we know it all. Only there's never, ever the least bit of arrogance. Even though you come into all-knowing. Some people can even read the Akashic records and so on. I would say in anyone where you find arrogance, you're finding mind, and exercise caution. You are perfect already. right now, right this minute. You don't have to develop. You are that. You have to shift and see it. Okay? You are not less than anyone or anything. You are divine. Namaste.